Ladies and gentlemen, Side Strafe back with some more World of Tanks. Today I am in my M18 Hellcat, and many moons ago I had sold this thing, and that was, of course, a big mistake. You should never sell the Hellcat. That's kind of rule number one, but I needed the money, man. I really did. I had to buy something else, and I just wasn't playing it that much. But anyway, I rebought it. Crew is only 93%. We're trying to train them up here, and I thought, well, let's film the process. Right now, as we are playing this live, I've got a team that thinks it's going to be a good idea to just insta-cap. One of the guys was like, let's just cap quickly, and I said, no, you can try to get there and defend it, but you need to also focus on the kills to clean them out, or otherwise they're just going to surround the cap, and that's it. So hopefully they listen up. I don't know. So far this isn't going our way. Right now we've got some M4 action over there, so I think it's clear to move up in this direction. I just want to be very careful about how we sneak into this line. And see if we can just kind of squeeze our way into these buildings and grab a hostile target. There we go. Although, what other kind of targets would there be? So, I think what we're going to do is use our speed to get in behind them. The M4 doesn't appear to have any other targets in sight. I tend to play this thing like a scout with a nice gun on it, you know? I mean, that's pretty much what the armor is worth. In some cases, actually worse. But, let's see what we've got here. An AT-2 from the back. If you're going to shoot one, that's a great place to start. There's a KV-1S from the back as well. They have no idea what's going on here. Gotcha. Alright, so we're going to have to keep pushing because we've lost contact. Got a bit of a tank there, but let's keep pressing it. Oh, already sighted. Hey, buddy, I did not see you there. Turret turning is a bit slow. I do have some high-octane fuel loaded up to help with that, as well as acceleration, which can be a gamble. I usually carry a fire extinguisher, but I feel like, ow, I feel like if you get caught on fire... Where is he? I have no idea. Oh, he's just like right behind that thing, I think. Never stop in the Hellcat if you're spotted at this point. I'm just trying to shoot on the move because he's got me lined up here. And he must have seen me quite some time ago. Enemy armor is hit. Although I think from about here we're pretty safe. And hopefully we should have this. Now he's grabbed some cover, and I'm seeing if anything's going to stick out, but I don't think so right now. Alright. I think that guy had a derp gun. I know already was thinking, well, he's gonna go for me next, but we want to clean this area out. ARL, I believe, is further north. Guessing that could have only been my little friend here. Enemy armor is destroyed. I had no idea that that was Top Gun. I wasn't even paying attention to my kills. There's the ARL in the distance. ever so slightly because I'm not sure where he's looking. He's fired his shot. I'm not so sure about his reload speed, and I don't want to take him from the front, so I'm going to go around. I don't know what that Sherman's doing, but we could lose this due to stupidity, you know? Could be one of those things. I'm going to load some premium rounds. I'm just not taking any chances whatsoever. Now, is this guy going to be smart and realize that I'm coming around him? Possibly. Could be one of those guys. See, this is not what I wanted. To lose him like that. $7 minutes, so there's time to play around. What's this guy doing, the Sherman? We're gonna have to re-scout this guy, which is unfortunate. Because if I pop a corner where I just don't have cover, we can be in trouble. So I know that I have a lot of time left. I can afford to play it kind of safe. Turret traverse can be kind of problematic. Where is this guy at? There he is.
Penetration.
Alright, so he's wanting to hide now. I think that's his front. I can't really tell.
Penetration.
Just play it safe. No need to rush in, you know, like a maniac. Just let him make the mistakes and end it. Oh, not sure what happened there, but... Alright, that's not a bad way to start the night with the M18 Hellcat. Not at all, actually. Very good game. Top Gun going in with a 7th, as well as the Sniper Medal. Just playing it safe because I took a good hit from that artillery piece, which is what made me paranoid towards the end there. Not sure what was up with this. Possibly a bot of some sort. I have seen people disconnect. It seemed like he was playing at the beginning, but, you know, there is the potential for a power outage or something, so you never know what's going on there. But I will definitely take that to the bank. 1,969. So, as you can see, crew is only at about 94%. We've got accelerated crew training on. Again, I have gone with 100 octane gasoline just to help a little bit more with acceleration and turret traverse speed because I feel it's so bad. And like I said during the battle, I feel that if you need the extinguisher, if you get set on fire, then it's probably over anyway. You really don't have that many hit points. It's just to the point where I'm going to take the gamble and go with the fuel. And I don't do that a lot, but I just feel that the turret traverse is so bad that, hey, why not? But interesting fact about this turret, I think there was only one Hellcat that actually had it mounted, and it was experimental, never really saw service. But when they did mount it, they actually called it the Super Hellcat, kind of like the Super Pershing, which you'd almost think that it might carry that name. But the first turret is the one that was mostly used throughout the Hellcat's service and career. So it takes a little getting used to sometimes, I think. I actually kind of like the looks of the first turret more, but whatever. So this isn't necessarily a Hellcat review by any means, but it's just a couple of games in it because I'm trying to regain some experience with this crew. So I've chosen to go with medium caliber tank gun rammer, camo net, and binocular telescope, which is kind of iffy. It's a fairly mobile vehicle. Again, you kind of play it like a light, but I like to use its speed to get myself to a good spotting location, a good sniping position, hold the line, shoot and scoot. But I think that the binocs come in handy. You could maybe do optics. You could probably do the laying drive as well as another option. But I think this works for my playstyle. A couple of premiums there just in case, but I don't usually need them. Unless I'm just super paranoid. You never know. You have those weird bounces at times, and so I'd rather just get the job done. So let's go ahead and do another one. Brief transition there as my game decides to be a little finicky. I've been having a strange issue where it likes to alt-tab itself. Not a fan of that. But anyways, here we are on a map that I am growing to hate. Not necessarily hate. I'm kind of indifferent towards it. There's generally two places that people fight over. You're either on this line or you're either on this line, and maybe mid-game you pop up around here somewhere. I don't like maps where the tactics become just repetitive. Jackson right to the side of the turret. Jackson on Jackson there. Hellcat, bad shot on my part, just missed him. Let's see if we can go for this jumbo. Right into the side. I'm going to stay back here by the base because if you go up there, you might have a bad time unless it's fully cleaned out. I just don't have a good shot on this Hellcat right now, but I'm gonna see if we can bring her down and let him come into my firing line. I just lost him behind a building. I'm relying on a little bit of tree cover here because this guy's probably gonna pop soon. Where is he? Where is he showing himself? There we go. Alright, now I'm kind of stuck on this hill. Back up behind this house. We've only got a Dicker Max holding the line there. And the mighty Tog has appeared.
Enemy armor is damaged.
I've come to the conclusion that all Togs are either named Sebastian or Basil. And typically if I'm dead and I spectate a Tog, I tend to give it the Sebastian the Tog or Basil the Tog voice. But I'm not going to do that right now. It has to be only on. It has to be on spectate. So if I die and we spectate one, then you get to hear the Tog impression. Could really use some camouflage for my Hellcat in the snow. But the snow camos for the Americans looks terrible, so I'd rather not ruin my lovely olive drab. VK. I've considered repurchasing the Jackson, which we see up to the front, who is not fully upgraded because he has the first turret. It's pretty much rolling with the same gun as the Hellcat, except it's going to have a little bit more armor. It's an upgraded Wolverine, mostly. Alright, we don't know. Okay, 2, 3 of the other enemies on the other side there. Dicker Max rolling in. Nice lance there. Oh, snap! I did not even see that. Oh, my goodness. I did not realize that it was a jump like that. Oh, man. That would not be the first time that I've done that. I caught some major air on that one. It's unfortunate that I've had to use up my repair kit, but I didn't know if I might take fire, so I wanted to get out of harm's way, so I just went ahead and used it. Those are behind the rocks. Alright, just, again, being fairly patient about this.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
No need to hurry, we're gonna win. Sometimes at the end of the battle you get really cocky. You're like, oh, we got this, let's go, 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 and then you just get blasted. Your team still wins, but you get blasted, and it didn't need to happen. Or sometimes the last two players are ace tankers, and they manage to mop up the rest of your team, and you have a nice loss. Especially if they're holding a bottleneck, you gotta be really careful. But now that his friend is gone, we approach, and he's done. Too late to the party. See, I really actually like that turret more on the Hellcat. It just looks cooler. It has more details on it, like with the bars and things like that. So, again, not a bad game. Some nice damage for that tiering. Lucking out. And I think, what are we at? 94, 95 on the crew. At this point, you know, not doing so bad. It's unfortunate that you can't get ventilation into this tank, but, well, it still works. The fuel helps with the turret traverse and the acceleration. And the tank's already plenty fast. Now, this is a worst case scenario game here. So what do we got? Type 59, AT-15, ISU 152, Tiger, Tiger P. So we got to be really careful about how we handle this fight on this side of the map. You know, I can tell you right now, I haven't mastered holding this end. And this ends up being a bad bottleneck. There's no artillery, but you get stuck into this fight where it's just people slugging it out. It's generally for heavies and people with good hold-down properties. American heavies are perfect over here. Good gun depression. Brits aren't so bad either. But with the Hellcat, I just don't have any armor. It's very difficult. I think I'm going to try to figure out a little bit more of the south. Oh, just jumped something again. Got to watch out. Don't get hit by the KV-1S. Or don't run into him and give him friendly team damage. Say, watch the one time I choose to go to the south, everybody else will. You might also notice that I'm reusing, or I have reinstalled Gnome Father's engine and gun sounds. I decided I just really needed them back. However, I'm still suffering from the micro stutters only in the first few games. I've noticed that no matter what you do, no matter how you install it, even if you put it into the main audio directory, the first few games you have, it's like the engine is loading up. Not the tank's engine, but the in-game, the video game engine is loading the sounds for the first time, causing the stutter. So like you fire one gunshot, it stutters to load the sound. And or it struggles to load that sound for the first time, and then after it's loaded it once or twice, you're good to go for the rest of your session. But if you restart your game, it has to load them all over again. So if you're going to play for a few hours, it's not so bad, but it's kind of annoying because that first match, sometimes you'll stutter, and that's not going to help you. Oh, yes! That's a little bit of fire there, but they took him out too quickly for it to matter. And it also depends on what tiers you're with. So if you're playing 8, 9, 10, it loads that set of sounds. But then maybe you run into some different tanks. I don't really have a shot on him, and this guy's not exactly a great thing to shoot at from the front. So you might be loading different tiers of guns, different sound files, and shot on. I tried to go for the cupola. Tiger P, I'm not really sure how to get this guy, although I think he's showing me some side armor there, although it looks like it's angled. Got some shrubbery in front of us. I've got my camo net as well, but I don't have Sixth Sense, so I really don't know if I can be seen or not. I got to be very careful about this. Get behind as much rock as possible. No dice there. Hoping to at least track him for bigger tanks. KV-1S. Find the targets that you're good at penetrating. Very strange angles on this KV-1S at the moment. See, I see him looking at me. I saw his gun pointed in my direction. We have to be very careful. Because I'm not sure. Hey, you've got the ammo, use it. You know, we can definitely get the E25. One more. Friendly takes him. Tiger P is down. Jagdpanzer. These funky angles. Maybe I hit the mantlet, not sure. There we go. See, in this case, it's all about my camo net and binocs. Tough target. Shot went high, didn't fully aim. Nice shot for the 152. Tracking the VK. Friendly should be able to finish him by the time I reload, I'm guessing, maybe? Yep, they dropped him with a blind shot. There was somebody behind him, I think. Maybe it was that KV-1S. I really wasn't paying too much attention. Alright, let's turn this around now, because that Type 59, they've won the northern battle. They've got a lot of building cover at this point now. There's a rock there in my way. Actually, that's rocks in my way, not buildings. But they do have building cover. And again, yes, do I have a lot of speed that I can use on a Hellcat? Of course. But there's a time and a place to really use it. I don't need it at this point in time because I have a lot of cover in front of me. This Type 59 wants to come around this angle here, at which point I can drive myself to some safety here. Let's see if he's going to come up this road or... Tried to go for a side shot, hoping to maybe also track him. I don't really have gun depression here. I don't even know how to approach this. There we go. There's always a strange way to get on these cliffs and hills and bridges and get a shot off. Ah! Why did I still fire too? It's just that reflex action. ISU 152. Last tank. You never know if we're going to run into him. Switch to a premium. Who cares? Where was he? Oh, so he's all the way up here. Felt like he was closer? Or am I just seeing things? Now, this is one of those things where you don't want to be the one that finds him in case he decides to move somewhere. But, again, he's so far away that it's not even going to matter. And a friendly takes him out. And that's that. So, you know, just another good game. Special thanks to the teammates that I've had in today's matches. I've been very fortunate. And I find that I have a good win streak at the beginning of my play session. Then later on, it just starts to fail. And you could be thinking that maybe, you know, you're getting tired and your skills are dropping. But no, it's not that, because I'm usually still within the top tiers. And then even in this battle where I didn't have the largest gun, I still did pretty well. So I'm usually within first through fifth. I generally hold a, you know, first, second, or third place spot. I do have my bad games, you know. They're very rarely, you know, once in a while I'll zero out and just have a bad match. It was like, what happened? I don't know. I just put myself in the wrong spot and I wasn't thinking, and some catastrophe just happens, and that's the end of it. But all in all, you know, fantastic tank destroyer. Don't make the mistake I made originally and sell this thing. Never sell the Hellcat. It's just goes down in the books as one of the best vehicles in the game. And I believe it's actually not even meeting its true real-life speed. I think that the thing is so fast in real life that they feel that it's unbalanced to give it those specs in-game. But it's a quick beast, and it can actually perform multiple roles. The only difference, the only thing that keeps it away from truly being a scout and being able to get into like a dogfight is the fact that its turret traverse is just horrible. 16 degrees a second. Ugh. And, you know, if you have the money, you know, plus 5% engine power is not a bad way to go. I wouldn't go for the other one. It just gets too expensive. I look at it like this. I use premium tanks to make my money, which allows me to have a little bit more fun in the Hellcat or other tanks. So, you know, even though, I mean, in that game, what did we do? Let's take a look at this again. So I still profited 18,368, and that's even resupplying that 5,000 credit worth of fuel. So if you do well, I mean, I'm not in the Hellcat to make money. I'm in it to have fun. That's pretty much what it is. It's just the one you keep to have a blast. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the M18 Hellcat. I will see you on the next one.